Hello, thriving friends. This is Rochelle, your thriving tita. And welcome to my channel. This channel is intended to show you how I will be able to pay off my debt. Just to give you a brief background, I am a low income earner here in Toronto. And I made this channel solely to monitor how I am doing with my desire to pay off all my debt. I may not have that huge debt, but since I am a low income, any debt for me could be a burden. And I believe that having debt is normal to many of us. And this is honestly something that's dragging us down every single day of our life. So every day we strive harder in order to get out of that rat race that we are in. And I don't want to live my life, my entire life, just to pay off debt, wait for paycheck to paycheck. So I want to live a life that's financially free. And today is the beginning of my journey into becoming debt free and have that financial freedom and financial peace. So if you want to join me in that journey, please consider to hit the subscribe button and comment down below your desire and your goal in order to pay off your debt. And if you have suggestion on how I can pay off my debt the fastest way, I would be very happy to read all your comments. Also, please watch the entire video. It might be helpful for you or the other way around. So just finish the video and let me know after what are your thoughts and what are the things that you want me to improve on so I can apply it on my next video or on the entire journey for my desire into becoming debt-free and financially free. There are so many ways in which we can pay off our debt, and actually there's a lot of techniques that's very effective and efficient when it comes to paying off debt. So I considered all those things like the snowball, the debt snowball, the avalanche, and other stuff. But as I go through my own financial, my own finances, I came to realization that those steps are not as applicable in my situation. So I just adapted some of their techniques and I tailored fit it to my own finances or to my own situation. So I'm not gonna teach you on those methods, but I'll just show you here in this video how I will do my own thing. This may or may not be applicable to YouTube, but at least you have the desire to really take yourself out of debt. So as much as possible, you do your research and really look for a solution wherein you will be set free from all your debt that binds you and that hinders you from doing what you want and from being free in your life. I fully believe in a verse from the Bible from Proverbs 22 verse 7 that the rich rules over the poor and the borrower is a slave of the lender. I don't want to live the life that is under the slavery of debt. I don't want that bondage anymore. So this is my baby step in order to become free from the slavery from all my debts. So much for my introduction. Let's proceed to my debt payoff plan. So for my debt payoff plan, I like it handy and I prefer to make it online. I prefer to make it through the spreadsheet, and I'm not a fan of writing it down in a notebook because I tend to forget to update it. But since this spreadsheet is handy and I can work on it anytime or anywhere I want, so I'd rather use the spreadsheet to monitor my debt payoff plan. So to begin, we have to open our new spreadsheet and fill in all the information that we will be needing. So the first thing that I will do, I'm going to list down all the columns or the labels of all the columns, namely debt, the balance, the APR, the minimum monthly payment. And I also want to include my additional payment that's being made because my goal is to make it faster. So let's add this up here. So since the additional payment will differ from depending on my extra income per month, so what I'm gonna do is that I'll make a 3-column under each month. So it's gonna be the month first, and then the first column for that merged columns will be first is the additional payment. And the next is the total payment that I made, which is equivalent to the minimum monthly plus the additional payment. And lastly is the total remaining balance that I have for that specific debt. After which, I'm going to do the same thing on the following months. And since I only started this month, October 2021, I'll just do it up to December 2021. Later on in this video, I'm going to show you how I create the formula. It might not be from the experts, but at least it's the basic. How you will add up things and how will you be able to get the total amount that you paid for a specific payment period. Now, since we're done putting on the titles on each column, let's proceed into listing down my specific debt. So over the time, I got 4 credit cards and I have debt from my 2 friends and from the CRA for my tax. And so here's the list. I have CRA from my friend 1, from Capital 1, friend 2, PC or the President's Choice, and then from CIBC, and lastly the triangle. So let's proceed with filling in all the information that we will be needing. From the CRA, I owe them $500. It was originally $560, but I already paid the $60. So yeah, that's already $500. From my friend, I borrowed $500 in order to pay for my registration here in Canada for the RPN. And then I also have accumulated $500.8 for the Capital One. And then I owe $700 from my friend, which was I used it to pay for my examination here as an RPM. And then for my PC card, I accumulated 1,004.89 Canadian dollars. CIBC is 1,554.1, and lastly the triangle is 1,881.63. For my APR, I don't have to pay, or there's no interest rate in the CRA as long as I will pay it within the specific time that they told me. And then for my friend 1 and friend 2, there's no interest rates. For my Capital One, my CIBC, and Triangle, they charge 19.99% for the interest rate. And also Triangle charges for what you call that cash interests, because before I have purchases that required me to borrow cash from the Triangle. And the PC or the President's Choice, they charge about 25 point something percent. I can't remember exactly. The next one that we have to list down is the minimum monthly pay. So for CRA, I set my own minimum monthly pay to $50. For my friend one, it should be $50. And then for Capital One, they said it can be paid for $10, but I set $25. And then for my friend two, it's $50. For PC, it's $25. CIBC and Triangle, it's gonna be $50 minimum monthly pay. Next one is we have to list down the additional payment that we decide to pay on each month. So let me color that first so that I will be able to see things clearly. Before I fill in the information on my additional payment made, let me just set up the formula for the total payment made. Again, this is not an expert advice. I just do it manually and just do the basic formula. Shown here, it should be equals, and then you write sum, and then open parenthesis, and then you check the specific row or box that you wanted to be included, or the value that you wanted to be included here in our formula. It shows error there because I forgot to take off the comma. So be mindful of that for you to get the accurate formula and accurate answer as well. And what's good thing about this one is that you don't have to repeat the same formula over and over again. All you have to do is just to copy the formula that you made earlier and up to the last debt that you list down. Also, you have to create a formula for the remaining balance. It will be different from our total payment made. So the formula that I use is that equals, and then the specific box that I want to include. So it should be equal sign, then add on the minimum monthly pay, which is 50, plus the additional payment that you made for that specific month, and it will automatically generate the answer. As you can see here, it already generated the answers based on our data, but don't worry about the values there. It will change if we will add on the specific additional payment that we made. So let me just do the coloring so that it will be visually conducive for me. So as you can see, everything has been laid down except for the additional payment. So before we proceed into that, let me first total all the values that we put in so that we will have a clue how far we go. So let's total the minimum amount of payment that I have to do in a month with the same formula as how you add up all those items that you have in mind. So again, it's equal sign, then type in sum, open parenthesis, and choose the boxes that you want to include. And don't forget to take off the comma so that the value will not be error. If you mess up, then you just have to repeat the formula, of course. So yeah, you can do it again, and then on the other columns you can just simply copy and paste the formula. It will automatically compute all those values that you have put in there. And now let's add in all the additional payment that I made. So for CRA, I added $50. As you can see here in column F, total payment made, it's automatically computed, and the total is 100, and my remaining balance for CRA is already $400. So just do the same thing on the rest of your debt. And as you can see here, I put on negative 50. It's because I didn't made any payment for my friend one for that specific month, and that resulted into 0 because I never pay a penny to them. And then the following is Capital One, I had added $35 actually. Sorry for that error. So the total payment I've made is $55. And then for my friend too, again, it's -50 because I didn't pay anything. Then for my PC, I decided to add $5. And then for CIBC, I paid extra $12.4, or I mean $12.1. And then lastly for Triangle, I added around 78.15. So just to add fun with our digital debt payoff planner, let's just put in colors. And colors would also help you identify those things that you have input here in your spreadsheet. It's easier for you to look for values and for labels also. So as I have mentioned to you earlier that the additional payment would vary from month to month depending on your extra income that's coming in every month. So I decided to add another column for the following months, and this is going to be additional payment column, and that would entail another set of formula in the coming months. So let me show that to you on the next video that I'm gonna make for November 2021. So we're almost done with our debt payment plan. Let me just review a few things. I filled in everything, but except for one, I have a little bit of confusion made here in my additional payment for October 2021. If you can see, it's here. The total is 75.25, when in fact when you see the data, it shows it's much more than that. What happened is I just total everything, including the -50, the two -50, which is equivalent to -100. So it subtracted to the total amount that I actually paid as an addition to my minimum monthly pay. So we don't want to mess up on that, and we have to change the formula that's been made. So to correct that, what we will do is that we'll still use the addition formula, which is equal sign, then sum, open parenthesis, and include those specific boxes that you wanted to be in the formula. Of course, you will exclude the two items which has -50. So as you work on it, be careful to choose the specific value that you wanted to be included in the formula. It's best to work on a computer, but since I like it handy and I like to work anywhere, I just use my mobile phone in order to do all of this stuff. So here we go. The total additional payment that I made for the month of October is $175.25. Now in summary, I have a total debt of $6,641.42, and my minimum monthly as of my budget is supposed to be $300. But during this month, I was able to manage to pay an additional of $175.25. So the total of the payment that I made for this month is $375.25. And as a result, my remaining balance for the following months is $6,266.17. And yeah, so that's it. I guess we already had a concrete debt payoff payment plan. Debt payoff payment plan? That's redundant. But yeah, that's it. I hope that this video is able to help you also to come up with your own formula or your own technique in order to pay off all your debt, existing bad debt to be specific. And you can adopt some techniques from other debt payoff plans from other experts, or you can formulate your own. the goal there is just to get started and stand firm on your decision to finally end the debts that you have. And also, to just give you an update, I already cut my 3 credit cards. I only left one because it's undeniable that we need credit cards. It's just that during this time, since I already experienced being in debt, so the lesson that I've learned is to be careful with my spending habits and to be watchful for my credit limit, and also to pay on time. And as much as possible, if we can do it, let's pay everything that we spend on our credit card, so that we will not suffer the consequences of paying the interest, and also to be responsible with our finances. Please hit the thumbs up if this is very helpful for you, and don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your loved ones, your friends, or whoever you think might need this kind of video. Also, I would like to encourage you to watch out for my next video in probably in November first week. So we would see the progress that I will make for this day of debt payoff plan. Always remember, it's never too late to start. So get up and get started. I pray that we will all finish well in this debt payoff plan, and that we will be set free from any bondages that we have from our debt. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for watching this video until the end. And until next time, see you on the next vlog.